everyone, thanks for coming on and listening to me today. I have just asked my team if they can give me a card for the twin flame connection, and this is the one that's come forward. So I feel that this card is actually about asking your team for help. So obviously we know we are supported and we are loved by all of our guides and our loved ones within this life and in the higher realms, but sometimes it's easy to just battle along on our own, or at least we think it's easy, because we don't want to trouble people and we don't want to go into that sort of deep place of vulnerability. But what my guides are telling me here is that it's important to understand that if you connect with your loved ones in the higher realms and with your spirit team, there is no need to fear that space of vulnerability, because it can feel so peaceful and open, and you just feel that you've just relaxed and you've unguarded yourself and you've got rid of some of those weight by talking and communicating with them. So if you perhaps are sort of hearing voices, or perhaps smelling a loved one, or hearing a song on the radio that reminds you of that person, connect with that energy and ask them for help. And, especially on the twin flame journey, it can feel very lonely. You can feel very isolated. But know and trust that they do understand this connection. It is a divine connection. It's very spiritual. It's very deep. And if there's one person out there other than your twin, and perhaps not your twin if they are unaware, but if there is anybody out there that can understand, it's your loved ones, your guides, and your people. So trust in them, trust that they see that spark, they acknowledge it, they recognise it, they want to help you nurture it and honour it. So call in for guidance. And I feel that it is also important to spend time connecting with your higher self as much as your twins. So taking that time for reflection in the higher realms, going within and asking your soul what it is you need to do now, where you should go, and especially in relation to this twin flame connection. Your higher self has so much greater awareness than we do in the physical body. So listen, pay attention, and call for that help. Don't just presume that is going to be a given thing, because sometimes on this journey we have to learn to take risks and to build trust and faith as well, and that doesn't come easy. So that involves you actually taking a leap of faith to call out to your higher self, or to your twin's higher self, or to your loved ones, and trust that a message will be received. Yeah, and I feel that this is it. This is almost like if somebody's blowing a dandelion clock, trusting and knowing that as you make that wish, as you are focused on what it is you desire, knowing and trusting that if that is meant for you, it will come back to you. It will not pass you by. So much like a young child, be clear on what it is you do dream of, and bring those forwards into reality. Release any fears about the future for you and your twin together. Just know and trust that anything that is happening at the moment, any storm that is coming your way, or any separation or any pain, it is never permanent. It will go, it will release, it will move on, and then you will be able to see things clearly after that. So just trust in it. Yeah, perhaps you are being ghosted at the moment and you're feeling that pain. You can't imagine anything beyond that, and it can be a really hard time. You can feel really, really alone. You can be fed up. You're sick of it. You're sick of this life, this connection. You wish you'd perhaps never met this person, but you know in your heart that at the same time you would meet them 1,000,000 times over just to have had that experience. You would do it all again. You wouldn't change anything. And I feel like, in the moment you can sometimes have regrets about certain things, things that were said or weren't said. But everything, even the smaller things, happen exactly as they're meant to. They're happening there for a reason. And it's only further down the line that you realise that. So trust in it. Don't trap yourself in the silent, isolated energies. Just try and get out, try and distract yourself, try and think lovely happy thoughts about other things or about your twin, but move on from that cold, dark, lonely place. Have faith, exactly. Have faith. Hang on to some of those beautiful, wonderful balloons and allow them to carry you. So perhaps that's happy memories, good memories, and the more of those you can put into place into your life, then the higher you will fly, and you will just feel supported. You will feel weightless, and you will see the magic within this connection, because it is pure magic. And I think unless you've been on that journey, it's difficult to understand that. It's difficult to relate. And it is something that cannot, most of the time, be put into words. It's just inexplainable. But you know and trust it in your heart. So have faith in that. That feeling, that knowing, that evidence within. Have faith in that and do not let it wilter. Okay. Yeah, I feel that this again, this is this redefining your thoughts. It is the fresh approach, as it says on the card, but that is going within to realise that actually you need to start looking at this connection in a different angle. You need to start seeing the perspective of healing that's coming through you. It has grown you, it has changed you. Yes, it's been turbulent, but wow, who are you becoming now? You are no longer that same person that you were. And that is the absolute purpose of this connection, is to break you from your mould, get you to come out of your comfort zone, to venture on a road you perhaps never would have travelled, and to grow as a spirit, as soul. And it is almost like a rebirth period. And okay, I think if you think of a birth in itself, it's not easy. It's not easy for the mother. It's not easy for the child. It can feel traumatic. But look at the wonderful results when it's done, and the whole life is ahead. And that's the point here. This is just one small part in the journey, and you have no idea what's around the corner, but it's gonna be wonderful. At some stage, you are going to appreciate its power and how much you have grown and changed, and you are going to thank your twin for coming into your life. Yeah, it's almost like they have lit a torch for you. They have set things in motion. They have got you down on your knees, and you feel that you've nearly surrendered there. You've nearly given up because the mountains that are ahead, the road ahead, is just too much. It's too painful to bear, and it's very, very lonely. But now you're starting to feel something burning within inside of you. And you know that there's actually more to this than meets the eye. And that is the spiritual higher realms connection to this. It's not only with your team, it's with the higher self of your twin, who in fact is connected and is part of your own soul. So you are realizing that even if you are not together in the physical, you have the opportunity at some point to connect divinely on the 5D and beyond. And that is also personal growth and expansion as a spirit, as a soul. So yeah, don't give up. Okay, I'm going to read this card. I feel like it's important. The very thing that challenges you can be transformed into your greatest strength. Well, isn't that just perfect? That just sums up exactly what I've just been saying. So as much as the ride can be tough and emotional, and at times you just feel like you're getting swamped by it all, and you're going to get lost, and you're going to, you're going to disappear. Well, you're not. Parts of you will disappear, but those are the parts that you no longer need. That is clearing out the old to bring in the new, and you're just going to come out of this in a wonderful goddess-like energy. And this can be male or female. You are just coming out in your power as the emperor, as the empress, and yeah, it's just powerful. It's a whole new world. Yeah, a whole new world for learning, because together that's what you're doing for each other. You're teaching each other every single step of the way, whether that's about patience, compassion, understanding, unconditional love, releasing fears, whatever it may be. You are teaching each other. And some of you may feel that, well, they do nothing for me. I don't even speak to them. I haven't heard from them in months. I've been ghosted. But trust that if they have ghosted you, that is for a reason. That is for a learning point for yourself. So that is to get you to go within, to distract from them, to focus on something else which is going to benefit you and transform you. It's basically that they've given you a tiny little seed, and you may think that that's absolutely nothing. It's like a grain of sand, but actually that is going to become something absolutely wonderful. And sometimes we need to look at the smaller things in life to appreciate what it is we need and where we're heading. Yeah, and I feel like this is in relation to the 5D connection. This is you knowing now that even if you cannot share yourself in the physical, if perhaps there are reasons why you cannot be together or at this moment in time do not wish to be, well, know that you can still connect on the 5D. That is still okay, and that is a wonderful opportunity to connect and grow together. So much can be done in the 5D, and it's so underrated. You know, it's people just think, well, it's all about the here and now in the 3D, but in truth, the 5D is far greater than anything here we can have in the physical world. So connecting with that, and especially if you can do it daily, connect with your loved one daily, even if it's only for a couple of minutes, just to say hi, I miss you, how are you, you know, and just keep doing that, keep having faith in that, and one day you will hear them back if you're not already, and then you will know that there is something more going on here, and it is wonderful. Yeah, and I feel that in order to do that, you will have to go within, you have to make space for that. You know, nothing like this comes easy, just given. You have to be in the right frame of mind, you have to be open to it. And if that means you have to take some time to recuperate and rest, and contemplate and go within and just trace your own thoughts and your own emotions and your own needs and desires, then do that. Take that time. Take the time for meditation, for rest, to connect with your soul. You know, in order to connect with their soul, you must be connected with your own. And sometimes, if you're not experienced in doing that, then it does take some time. It may take a few months, but believe me, everyone can do this. Everyone can connect with their higher self. And in order to do that, you have to take that time. And then you will connect with the twin on the higher realms. Yeah, because love does matter. It is huge. It's the whole purpose of this connection. And, you know, the unconditional love you feel here is like nothing else. And yeah, I mean, I'm speechless there for a reason, because it leaves you speechless. It leaves you just almost gasping for air, and you don't know what this is. And it's like a barren landscape. You don't even know what is going on, what would be the purpose of it, because it feels sometimes like it's a dead end, but it's not. It's having trust and faith that if you follow that intuition and that heart feeling and you allow it to lead you, then even though it may seem barren, even though it may seem that there's nothing there worth sort of going to at the end there is, because there's a whole new world that you haven't even seen yet. And I feel that that is the spiritual connection. This is the divine light and the higher bonds and the 5D. So please reach out, put that effort in, take time and love yourself and love them. Yeah, keep an open mind, be aware of your thoughts, and just allow them to flow in. And you know, you may not, this may not unravel as you sort of imagined it to, and especially if you're just connecting on the 5D for the first few times, you may feel that, you know, they're not saying much or they're saying strange things, but just trust in it, keep an open mind, because there's a reason why they are coming forward in a particular way. And if they're not coming forward, know that that is for a reason. That must mean that you need redirecting to spend some time on yourself, that there's other healing work that needs to be done first. Yeah, and pay attention to your dreams, because dreams are magical. Dreams are an opportunity where things are so light and pure, where it's easy to connect with each other. And you know, you might wake up and think, oh well, it's not real because it wasn't in the physical form. But that doesn't matter, honestly. What we sort of crave in the physical, most of that is coming from the ego. You know, it's not of a soul connection anyway. So if you go into higher realms or in dream state, that is pure. It's subconscious. It's, you know, as I say, the ego's not trying to manipulate the situation or make it go one way or another. It's just free, and it's flowing exactly as it's meant to. It is a free flow of energy. Perfect. Yes, communicate freely, and I feel like that just backs it what I was just saying. Going to communicate from the deepest parts of your soul. And if your only option at the minute to be able to do that is through dreams, then set that intention before you go to sleep. Set the intention that you speak with your twin and just say, tonight I'd like to come forward and I'd like to spend some time with you, to talk with you, and just to be with you, to love you, and trust that that will happen. Yeah. Let them know that you are there. Offer them a hand and support them, and just send that message. Give them a whisper in the ear on the 5D. Let them know that you're always there with them, travelling together on this journey, and you trust in it and you believe in it, and you must trust and believe. Yeah. I feel that this is visitation, so you may have felt your twin coming forwards to you recently. There may have been, perhaps it was a simple tap on the shoulder, or you've heard a whisper in your ear, or you've just received a message through a sign or synchronicity within life, and you know that that's come from them, from their higher being. It's beautiful, it's powerful, and it's being aware and open to these things. We can so easily just disregard them and say that it's something else, it's purely coincidence. But again, you know that feeling in your heart space, and it's so deep, it's almost painful to go there at times, but you know it when you feel it, and your heart skips a beat, and then there's that kind of pause and that acknowledgement, recognition, and you realise, and you already know deeply that it was them. So just keep trusting in that, keep having faith, keep reminding yourself of the beauty within it. Yeah, beautiful. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. So yeah, trust that no matter what's going on in this outer world, in this 3D physical form, no matter what facade or mask is being worn and put on, the love is real, and there is no denying it. There's absolutely no way you can pretend that this is not happening, because it truly is. It's so deep. The roots go so deep that you cannot even see them. But as a soul, the soul knows, and the soul recognizes those roots. It recognizes that tree as its home, and all it wants more than anything is to come back into the embrace of that person. And that's not necessarily in the physical, it can be an energetic feeling. So you know when you stand with that person energetically, or even in a dream energetically, you feel it, you know it, you trust it, it's almost like you've just fallen back into water, or you're laying in the bath and you know that you're supported, you feel weightless, and you know that you are being held and you are going to be okay. So you let go, you surrender, your guard is completely down, and you are the purest version of yourself, because you are connecting with that soul part of yourself. You're connecting with your heart space and what you know to be true. So yeah, spend some more time doing that. Spend some time meditating, connecting on the 5D, paying attention to dreams, setting intentions for dreams, for connecting. Ask for them to come forward. Yeah, this person is just the most powerful being to have ever come into your life, and you never saw it coming. It's not what you expected at all, but you do not want this journey to end, because you know there's more to it, there's more that's going to unfold, and you are growing every step of the way. Even when things are getting tough, know that round the corner there's more awakening, more power, more surrender, and more beauty. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye.